Shalom, family trendsetter. Now, before I continue, I want to make a disclaimer. I will be talking about certain people and using certain references. Okay, so please do not get offended by it. It's not directed at you per se. It's just me speaking my mind. Okay, and I'm expressing myself in this manner. So don't be offended about what I'm about to say. Now, lately, we've been seeing a lot of distraction, right, within the news. In the black community, we have this dude, Jussie Smollett. I think that's his name. This half-breed, and I refer to him as a half-breed because he appears to be mixed. Now, this is a face, what they're saying is a face of a black man, okay? They're trying to say this is the face of a black man. Now, when I look at my skin complexion, I don't look like him. When I look at other people's skin complexion, they don't look like him. But this is what they want to represent as the so-called black man, a gay individual, right, that looks apparently to me to be mixed. Don't have anything against biracial kids because guess what? You cannot choose your parents. However, we as a society have to really and truly start peeling away the onion layers and see what the fuck is going on. So they use this half-breed, in my opinion, he's a half-breed, right, to pretty much come and cast doubt on the black community because now they found out that he lied about this alleged attack, right? He paid off two so-called African brothers to carry out this attack. Now, we have to ask ourselves why. Well, they said it's because he was struggling in empire or he probably wasn't getting enough money. And he was he's basically an attention whore, trying to seek out attention, trying to get clout. But why would you use that narrative? Two white supremacists came to attack you. One had bleach, one had a noose. Why? Because what they're doing, family, they're taking away our credibility. You know what I'm saying? The focus is on these devils because worldwide, everybody acknowledges that. And here in the United States of America, black people are being oppressed. So what they're doing, they're casting doubt now. So all these allegedly report that we've reported saying these fuckers are abusing us or terrorizing us. Now they can discount it as lies. And they had to use a half-breed, one of their own. They couldn't have used a black man per se, a total black man with melanin. They had to use one of them because one of them, pretty much they got that white DNA in them, that wicked fucking white DNA, that lying-ass DNA. In them, and it was easy for them to convince it. That's my opinion. I'm total speculation. I'm speculating that this is what happened because he wanted attention, and by golly, he has gotten attention. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide now, everybody know about this dude. So everything that he wanted may not have been the way he wanted it, but that nonetheless he got the attention. So what's going to happen? He might get some jail time for falsifying whatever, right? A year, maybe two. And they're going to pay him off for doing what they wanted him to do, which is to lie, okay, to pretty much cast doubt now when we as so-called black people, the true people of the oppression, right, are being oppressed by these white supremacists and we make a complaint, it's going to be cast out as lies, put on the back burner, unless you have video evidence of this attack. And I would suggest that everybody at the sound of my voice, make sure you have a phone that can record at a drop of a dime, because now they're gonna try to say, well, nobody gonna believe him now. Let's go after them. You know what I'm saying? This is what these devils do. So if you notice within the last couple of months, it's been nothing more than distraction in the black community. I'm trying not to fuck the video up because sometimes I stumble for words, but bear with me, family. Now we're gonna talk about the fact that back then they used to dress up in black face. Now you have so-called black people dressing up in white face because remember, the alleged attackers, they appears to be Caucasian. They appear to be white. So now what they're going to say, oh, you know what? It wasn't a white supremacist incident. It's probably one of them dressing up like us, the same way how they dress up in the black community, to dress up like black people, going around killing us, blaming on black crimes, doing drive-by with hoodies and shit and black face on. You see, y'all missed it y'all missed the point, what they're trying to tell us. What they're trying to tell us subliminally is that with all these shit coming out, you have, what was it again? Gucci had the blackface sweater. You don't understand. They're telling you what they're doing. They dressing up like us, you know what I'm saying, to pretty much commit crime. You had the other day when I made a video, I think it was about a year or two ago, I told you about that devil that was going around robbing banks and shit, dressing up as a black person. And it's not until they actually locked a black person that looked like the person on the mask And while the black person was incarcerated, this fucker was still out there committing crime. And that's how they was able to determine that it wasn't the man that they apprehended. This man didn't have any say-so. As a matter of fact, his mother turned him in because he looked so much like the mask. So all of this is a distraction, family. They're using now our people to dress up like them so they can say, see, oh, a lot of these crimes that's being committed by so-called white supremacists are not being carried out by real white supremacists, being carried out by black people. That's what they're doing. Now we got R. Kelly. After how many decades, right? This nigga been doing all this pedophilia shit. All of a sudden now, when the 400 years, right, is about to come to end, to come to close of our captivity, they're trying to distract us from focusing on what we really need to focus on, which is going back to the law, statutes, and commandments, following the dietary law, preparing yourself spiritually, right, for the Most High to come and gather us. Instead, we are preoccupied with R. Kelly, preoccupied with Jussie Smollett. Now they're talking about 50 Cent, allegedly that some police put a hit out on him or whatever. I mean, family, we have to wake up and realize these fucking devils are on their last leg. They're going out and they're trying to take us with them. So I would say wake up, stop dealing with all this distraction, because that's all it is, a distraction, and start going back to the law, statutes, and commandments. No motherfucking what they call it, sacrificing, nothing, none of that shit. Just deal with the law, statutes, and commandments and the dietary law. Get yourself ready for the Most High to come back for us. Even if it's not this year, still get yourself ready. There's a World War III on the horizon. I'm going to make a video about that next. And I want y'all to pay attention. It's time for us to get ourselves right with the Most High, start prepping, put aside food and shit, because all this shit is this distraction. They want to catch us off guard, family. Please, at the sound of my voice, pay attention. Law, statutes, and commandment, dietary law. Praise only one God, no Jesus Christ, none of that shit. One God, and that's it. And with that, family, I say peace and blessing. Shalom.